Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are an old friend, then welcome back. Okay, so I want to talk about this Neptune in Aries energy because it's a big deal. Because it is the first and last time that we will see this happening in our lifetime. The last time it happened was 165 years ago, and I'm not sure how long it'll be before it happens again, but yeah, so Neptune in Aries, and the first thing that I want to talk about is this Neptune energy, right? Okay. Neptune is stands for the number 7. Okay, I should probably have which order, but anyway, it's about spirituality ruled by Pisces, or rules over Pisces, dreams, delusion, mercy, sweet, forgiving. Okay. Oh, I didn't think about that. And then first house, Aries energy, right? We have Mars, Aries, self-identity, consciousness, ego, focus, and appearance. Okay, so interestingly enough, I actually did a read just a couple days ago about the false reality and two worlds colliding, right? The false reality world and the actual reality world, and them coming together to have one true reality, living in truth, right? So it's interesting that I wasn't even thinking about all of this at that point in time, but that was the read that I got based off of the energy, which is very much in alignment with all of this. Okay, so I'm just going to show this to you in case you all want to take a screenshot and check it out. But I'll go over it with you, all of it, right? Okay, so first and last time is 165 years. Aries is the first house in the zodiac sign. So could we be having some kind of reset or new beginning? It also comes about identity. So are we redefining who you are to the world, or how you show up in the world, or the universal energy? Is it about changing how people see you or how you see yourself? Or is it that you are showing up more truthfully and honestly in true to who you are? So that is what is changing about how people see you. And then there's the change, the spiritual awakening of the collective, the consciousness, okay? Being more awake, aware, intentional. And then we have the ego. And I feel like in order for this to happen, there had to be that ego death, right? Or if you had that ego death, and maybe there might be something to do with forgiveness, right? Maybe you had to forgive yourself and others, right? And have that ego death before you could get into alignment for this to happen, for this energy to work for you. To have this death and rebirth, this new beginning. Okay, and then and this is happening, interestingly, along with back-to-back eclipses with the sun and the moon. Okay, so that's very interesting. It's like the sun and the moon, the conscious and the subconscious, the dream world and the waking world, the two worlds colliding, right? So it's like we're waking up from a dream. It's like maybe we've been in the subconscious energy a little too long, and it's time to wake up. The sun is here. It's time to wake up and live in reality and truth. So yeah, waking up, a change in the reality, also could be some kind of reality check, okay? I feel is very, very much in the energy right now. And is going to be important moving forward. And this energy, because it excuse me, because it only comes around, every 165 years. It's going to be here. It's going to last for a long time. So, humanity could be having a big old reality check the effects of which might be felt long after we're actually dead and gone. Okay, and then we have the dream, right? The false reality gone, and we're going to be living in truth, in one reality. Right, so it's like if you did the work, right? If you had that ego death, if you forgave yourself and others, right? If you did that shadow work, then you would be in alignment to receive whatever energy this is, or to feel this energy and ride the wave into your new life. Is basically what this is telling me energetically. And so I'm going to pull some cards and see if the cards, reflect that or confirm that energy as well, or if there's anything that, needs to be added to that. All right, so let me just start with these. Tell me about Neptune in Aries, please. What do we need to know or confirm about Neptune in Aries? Hoarding? Hounding. That's hounding. I can't even read my own handwriting. Hounding. 8. Oh. With the 8 of spades, it's like death. Okay? Yeah, death. Death hounding. Death knocking at that door, right? Right? Spiritual death. Ego death. Oh. I feel like this might be in reference to certain, could be along the lines of the rapture, okay? In the form that, some will stay and some will go. And also in the sense that, deciding who will stay and who will go, who should be allowed to come back and reincarnate in on Earth again, and who should not, right? Or who should not be allowed to reincarnate anywhere, right, ever again. So it's like there's been a testing of souls to see who is worthy of rebirth, of reincarnation, because we want the best impossible outcome moving forward. And so judgment, that's a big theme lately as well. So I feel like this has got to be a little bit about, like, some souls will be dying and will not be coming back in order to allow for a better, brighter future for humanity, because they're too dark, or they didn't do the work. They refused to grow and change and evolve. So it's almost a little bit like Darwinism, right? It's like those who, the strongest survive, or the, so those who, in evolution and in growing and changing, those who refuse to evolve will die out. And this could be more so on a spiritual type of level than an actual physical level, but there may be signs in the physical world of that as well. Like humanity has changed and evolved over time, I don't know, let's say we used to have tails, right? Okay. And eventually over time, nobody has tails anymore because tails became obsolete. That kind of thing, okay? 6 of spades, wait. So it's like waiting for death. Death is hounding. Alright, anything else with this deck? 10 of spades, Midwest. So this is all spade energy, so I definitely feel like Definitely something about death here, for sure. It's like death is knocking at someone's door, or someone is waiting for death. Okay. Let me get this deck. Tell me more about this Neptune in Aries energy. What do we need to know about the Neptune in Aries energy, or what can you confirm? Ladder. Climbing towards success. Okay, so also ascension, right? Okay, so we are ascending, okay, as a species, as a planet. Rose, romance is in the air. I feel like overall, generally, all of these positive changes that we're making are going to lead to more successful romantic relationships, because I think many of us have had some very unsuccessful relationships due to people who didn't do the work or refused to do the work. And so once we get to a point in humanity where everyone has done the work and those who haven't have been weeded out, then the chances of having that good, successful relationship are going to go up. Bird flying. News is on the way. Bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. Inkpot problems resolved. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So this is also too, like I said, about coming into alignment, right? Being on the right path. And Cane, pay attention to your health. This could be physical health, mental health, spiritual health, all of the above. I'll pull a couple of cards from the Light Years deck, and then we'll get some clarification cards from our double deck. All right. Tell me about... Oh, I just gotta check the time. Okay, we're good. All right. Tell me about this Neptune in Aries energy, please. What do you need to know or clarify and confirm? Okay, so it came out in sideways, which is current energy, okay? And it's the Empress, right? So this is about abundance. This is about, divine feminine energy. This is about motherly, protective energy. So I do feel a little bit like there's some protection here. So it's like you're in the womb, you're in the mother's womb, and you are being protected before the birth, right? Before the birth of the new reality, of the new world. I do feel like this protective mother energy is here to stay, okay? Once this birth happens, which I feel is what's going on right now with the Neptune in the first house Aries energy, that's what's happening, okay? You are being protected. You are being protected, and you will continue to be protected because Mother is not going anywhere. Mother is here, and Mother is here to stay. Okay, we have Three of Pentacles and King of Wands. So, it's like leaders of the world unite, okay? That's, you know what I mean? Also, with the Empress here, it could be that the King of Wands, it's not necessarily male, right? Okay? Well, just as the Empress isn't necessarily female, it's just the energy, right? So, so we have this protective, loving, abundant, kind, caring energy here. And then we have working together with leaders or to become leaders. Okay? That's kind of what I'm getting there. Right. So I feel it's a bit of like establishing the order. Like, I hate to use this term because it's got such a negative connotation connected to it, but New World Order, that's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's like a New World Order of, of leadership, which we have done plenty of readings over the last year, by the way. We have our 1-year anniversary for the channel, like right now. So thank you to everyone. All right. Thank you for everyone who's been here since day one. Thank you for everyone that has showed up today, and anyone who, appreciates the fact that we've actually been around for 1 whole year. And check out the community section, because I will be posting readings done from last year in review, right? Because they might be relevant coming up now. And I definitely feel like some of these readings will be. Okay, back to the reading. We have the the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So I do feel like there is some watching going on. Watching to see like how we struggle, juggle, handle or how, things are going to turn out. The choices that we make are being looked at. They're being watched. And we're kind of watching and waiting to see what the outcome of our current choices would be, or our past choices, to see how they're playing out today. Anything else from this deck? And then the Knight of Cups kind of wanted to pop out, but went back in. So I'm not sure exactly what that's about. And the Eight of Cups. I'm just going to say that likely going along with that Knight of Cups energy, it's like we are abandoning that charmer, you know what I mean? That fake love for, like I said, like that true romance relationship that we were talking about earlier, okay? Anything else? Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so it's a little bit of like the harvest, reaping what you've sown. It's like the decisions that you made in the past are coming, the seeds that you sown in the past are coming to harvest now, right? Watching and waiting for the harvest of the decisions that you've made in the past, the seeds that you sowed in the past. And that could be it could be our past ancestors, right? Okay. And Page of Pentacles. Yeah, what manifestations? So the intentions, the seeds that were sown, the manifestations of our ancestors are starting to come to manifestation now during our own reality. And this is important in this energy to remember. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the Wheel of Time, right? Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. It's like the intentions that you have for future generations are going to come back to you. Okay. In a certain way. What intentions did you have? What choices did you make? Did you even think about future generations while making the decisions that you've made, especially those in leadership positions? All right, King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I'm getting a little bit of empaths are taking over the world kind of thing, because I do feel like in the past, we did not have, the empaths did not have power, right? They didn't have these, these leadership positions, and I feel like that's part of what is changing, because we realize now that by not stepping into our own power, by allowing other people to make the decisions for us, people who maybe didn't always have the best of intentions, it has affected the entire universe negatively. And so we must stand up and take our power back. The empaths are taking power back over humanity, over Earth, over the universe. I just keep thinking, like, also this is a little bit of like that Neptune energy, I feel. Okay, spirituality is taking over. It's like empaths of the world unite. Like, that's the feeling that I'm getting from this. Okay. All right, anything else? Hanged Man. Okay. So a lot of people are going to get stuck. They're going to get caught. They're going to be sacrificed, or they have been sacrificed. And this is going to lead to an awakening, right? An illumination. Okay? Or, because we've been stuck for so long, maybe stuck in that dream world for a little too long, we're finally waking up. Okay, Nine of Wands and Queen of Swords. I'm getting a bit of this, last man standing or last woman standing, and having to defend yourself, right? Having to have your boundaries up. Those who have been wounded in battle, having to say, okay, that's it, no more. You may go no further. Okay? It's like humanity has reached a breaking point in how much empathically, we will take. Two of Wands fell out right on top of the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So it's like making plans to move, change. Also, spiritual gifts maybe too, right? Okay. So it's like moving forward with intention and intuition. Okay. Maybe making decisions to grow and change. Decisions, but like also with the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, right? It was like we were talking about the decisions that you've made in the past, and this is more about the decisions that you're making now or will be in the future, or making decisions based upon a future outcome, right? Intentionally. We were talking about that intention. Consciously doing things. Okay, Eight of Wands, and it came out sideways, which is like current energy, right? Okay, so it's like things are happening fast now. if you look at it, look, it looks a little bit like, almost like a vortex, okay? With all these, it's like, it's coming at you. It's coming at you fast, right? So it's like this new world, this new reality, waking up, like all of a sudden, right? You know, like when you get woken up from a dead sleep, right? That's what I'm getting from that. Anything else? Anything else? We're going to close this out now. Is there anything else that we need to know? Okay, Ace of Pentacles. So it's like a new beginning in abundance. Okay, new earth. Okay, right? A new monetary system, maybe. A new currency system, energetically. Like I said too, that could be like changing how you are, you know, changing your energy, changing how you are seen, how you show up in the world, and also how others view you, right? And so this could actually be showing up as a change in currency, okay? Because you have changed. It's like you have changed your current, your trajectory, right? Where you were headed, and now you are in alignment. So like, you know, also just like, you know, good things are going to be happening. Magician on the bottom of the deck. You know, if magic is seen as the currency of the ethers, right? Of the ancestors, you know, the amount of power that you have, you know, based off of, you know, how much ancestral support, okay? Stuff like that. Also maybe showing up in the real world monetarily, right? So it's like the more ancestral energy and support that you have, the more money you're going to have in the real world, possibly. Okay, that's what I'm kind of getting from that. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. This was on the bottom of the deck once I pulled that Magician out, right? Oh, and the Magician is there again on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is important. All right. This is, all right, and the Sun on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have exposing those who have withheld magic, okay? Withheld money, withheld magic, withheld currency, withheld happiness, okay? And again, this could end up being, you know, like these world leaders will be exposed for hoarding. Because I said hounding, but this also looks like hoarding. When I wrote it, it was hounding, but it looks like hoarding too. So that's why I was confused. So that could also be significant, right? Who has been hoarding magic or knowledge about magic? Who has been hoarding money? Who has been hoarding happiness? Right? Okay? To try to greedily, you're like, oh, it's mine. Okay, that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from here. And these people are going to be exposed. Okay? We're going to have an awakening, a spiritual awakening. It's like unearthing the, you know, the information, like what's going on right now with what's under the Giza pyramids and stuff like that, right? There's going to be more of that, or there's going to, more awakening is going to come from that kind of thing. And we're going to have more sites, you know, revealing more information that is just undeniable, that certain people have known about but withheld this information because they didn't want us to know the truth. This to me is also that like living in truth energy, right? That is truth, that is happiness, that is exposure, that is, you know, just, I am here, take me as I am, let me be happy. And so this is, to me, this is the final outcome, okay? Whether it is in this lifetime or the next, which is a wonderful thing, right? We are getting into alignment to make this happen. And I do feel like for many of us, we will see this in our lifetime. I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And that if you haven't already, you will like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.